Talk to me a little bit about creating the iconic looks of Clueless, from Cher to Dionne and Ty.
Well, you really, as a costume designer, you start from the blueprint, which is the script.
Yeah.
So I just don't really visualize anything in my head myself till I have the script. So
Right.
I really read and, I know the story about these girls and the friendship and who they are, each of their personalities. Cher is very different than Dionne, and then you have to look at the whole, where the movie takes place. And, of course, time and space, and this was Beverly Hills. You talk to the director. Amy really wanted to make this very different to what was happening at the time, because everybody was wearing grunge. So it was really interesting, because learning about who these characters are, what the director is envisioning, and then kind of figuring out, okay, how do I do this? How do I create it? These girls have money.
Yeah.
But then you have to think, okay, if they just wore these runway clothes, would they look 16? Right. So then again, I have to go there, but then take that and translate it into the high school, into their age group, and like, who they are. And that's very interesting, because you have to really kind of like create this world that's very authentic, and authentic people, authentic girls. Because if they're just snooty models, you probably would not fall in love with those characters.
I feel like the fashion was such a big reason we fell in love with these characters. I mean, I remember the first time I watched this movie, and for me, Cher was just absolutely everything. I was like, she exudes this confidence. Her outfits are always put together. She's cool. She's authentic. She's herself. And I mean, I was born in 94. So truly, like, this movie was the blueprint for me being a girly girl and being into fashion, the way that I see it today.